Hey, it's Dr. Karin. I've worked with entrepreneurs all around the globe and noticed one very strong pattern. Nearly all of them are held back from the success they desire by a limited self-concept. They don't have the confidence, the self-esteem, the self-identity congruent with the results and the success that they truly seek. If you lack these ingredients too, you can never ascend to the next level. And all of this ultimately comes down to self-love. In this video, I want to show you 5 simple self-love practices to help you in your business and your life. Let's go. So these practices are techniques that you can implement on a daily basis starting right now to amplify the flow of success in your life. The first technique that I want to talk to you about is really loving on yourself by loving on your workspace. And one of the main things you can do to love on the area that you're working in is to bring feng shui into your office. Now, feng shui actually means wind and water. And so wind and water are elements that flow very easily, that flow in and out of open spaces. Water actually is the symbol of abundance through prosperity coming into your life. So what happens when you're clearing and decluttering and setting up a workspace that has an energetic movement that feels like wind and water can move through your space, you are actually opening up portals of abundance, prosperity, and opportunities to come directly to you. Now that means your desk area. It means the area on the floor, especially coming into your doorway and going out. You want to make sure that doorways and walkways are clear of clutter, of boxes, of piles, so that that flow of energy can be received and given through you and by you so your business can accelerate to new levels. Another way to bring feng shui into your office is to put the 5 elements purposefully somewhere in your work environment, okay? So the 5 elements of feng shui that are going to increase abundance and creativity and stability in your office space are fire, water, wood, metal, and earth. So you can pay attention by putting maybe a candle up. That's the element of fire. Really putting intentionality around putting something that's metallic in your office, and that's really grounding. Maybe in a water element that's like a fountain somewhere that will bring that nice bubbling brook sound into your workspace, because that also symbolizes the flow of prosperity through your workspace. The element of wood in your work environment will bring creativity and growth. And then by putting the element of earth in your workspace, that can look like some rocks or maybe some sand or maybe some old books that just have a really good earthy feel. Those will serve to ground and bring stability into your workspace. So I really recommend for you to pick those things that really stood out for you and make sure you've got a flow in your workspace that feels like expansion and like growth and like ease. And one of the other things you can do is to put live plants in your workspace. That's a really good way to increase the frequency and boost the energy in your work environment. This second self-love practice will automatically boost the abundance and joy within your work environment, and that is simply to choose to have more fun. Now, if you've been a hustler, so many people do that. It's kind of embedded in our brain. You know, the more you hustle, the more you get, and you got to grind. You got to really earn your fun. Well, I'm of the belief system that you were born ready to have fun every single day. It's part of your birthright. And actually, by having more fun in your workspace, you are going to immediately raise the frequency. You're going to lighten the load that's on everybody's plates, and you're going to create more productivity in your environment as a result. So what does that look like? That looks like turning on music. That looks like being super funny at work, being inappropriate so everyone's really laughing. That means giving your workmates permission to go step outside to, you know, hey, watch this funny video. Hey, let's crank up the music and let's actually dance in our work environment. I would encourage you to have maybe after work socials where you're bringing in very fun energy, because what happens when you are doing that is you're resetting again the energy in your workspace. We talked about that chi. So that chi can move when you're using music. It really shakes up any static, any stuck energy that is in there. So make sure you're adding the element of fun and implementing it on a daily basis. The third self-love technique that's really going to amplify your business is commit to investing in yourself. Now, while sometimes you think, oh, it's more money going out, or, you know, I really want to invest in something else that looks really tangible. What happens when you're actually investing and you getting things that seem not intangible? Like maybe you're amplifying your spiritual practice, or you're learning how to do yoga, or maybe you're taking a course to improve some skill set that you really want to improve move, what happens is you are then amplifying what you are bringing in. The investment that you're making in yourself is going to be turning up the dial on the high performance that you're then going to be activating as a business owner or entrepreneur. So I really encourage you that make this year, just set a commitment to investing in yourself. In my opinion, one of the key ways that you can invest in yourself is by getting a coach, whether it's a business coach, a spiritual coach, a guide, or a mentor, and really investing in a package with them, investing in something that has a long-term growth process, a transformation journey for you, so that you can grow not only personally, but professionally as well. Now, the fourth self-love technique that I'm going to give you is actually an in-the-moment tool, and it's called hand-to-heart exercise. So what's going to happen along the way in your workday is you're going to get triggered. Someone's going to piss you off, or you're going to go into fear. You're going to remember something that maybe happened in the past. You're going to be afraid of failing. Maybe you regret a decision that you made. Maybe you had a fight with your partner in the morning and it's being activated all day, and you're having a really challenging time that day. So one of the best exercises you can do is simply to put your hand to your heart, and I usually put my other one on my solar plexus. Take a deep breath and just say the word love. Love. And I want you to feel source love coming down, washing over you. So what happens when you actually place your hand on your own heart is you're activating the chemical of oxytocin in your body as if you are getting a hug from somebody. So this is you giving yourself a hug and boosting your own chemical levels so that you can come back to center. Now, as you're doing this, recognize that the feelings that you've had, if you're feeling any guilt, regret, or shame during the day and you're being triggered about something that happened in the past, you're tapping into a really low vibrational state of consciousness. Shame and guilt are the lowest states of vibrational consciousness you can have, and you cannot be creative, productive, or draw prosperity when you are sitting in that vibration. So what we want you to do is elevate yourself up to love. The second thing that you might be doing is sitting in fear, fear of failure, fear, imposter syndrome, fear of not being good enough, not having success. And what happens when you're sitting in fear, again, you've lowered your vibration and you cannot attract what you really want to draw to you in that vibrational state of consciousness. So we want to bring you up the scale of consciousness and bring you back to love. So the other thing that I want you to do as you're doing hand to heart is I want you to say to yourself, everything in the past has been perfect. Everything in the future is working out for me. I am perfect in this now moment. Repeat. Repeat as you're doing your breath work, and you will notice that your frequency and your vibration will elevate you in that moment to where you can go out, where you can be the most creative and productive you, then to draw that success that matches that aligned self right back into your business. Before I give you the fifth and most powerful self-love activating technique for your business, I want you to make sure that if you like these kinds of videos, if you like hearing new leading edge information on how to inject positive energy into your business life, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel so that you see all the leading edge information as it gets dropped. Let's get back to the video. Now, the fifth and final self-love technique that I want you to start implementing today is to take more me time. Now, I'm going to give you a few little pointers in here that's really going to drive this home. So here's something that I want you to ingrain in your new business life. There is a me in meeting, all right? So as you're being asked during the day to do things or give your energy to certain areas, because you know your energy is your most powerful commodity. So you're going to be asked, do I give this energy to this person, to this project, to this opportunity? And if something doesn't feel in alignment with you in that moment, and you really need some time to go back and maybe integrate, to rest, to just spend some time thinking about it, or you just really don't want to go to that event or be at that place that doesn't feel like it's in alignment with you, I want you to start practicing saying to people, I can't, I have a meeting. I can't, I have a meeting. And the meeting that you have is actually me time. So the other element of this that's super important is that you do it without explaining and without carrying any guilt about it. And I know that's hard for those of you that are really used to being people pleasers because you want to make everybody happy. But for you to be the best in your business life and the best in drawing abundance and success and opportunity into your life, you have to take time to recharge. You have to take time to go and be alone, because the more that you're giving your energy to people, events, or activities that don't align with you, the more jumbled up your energy field is going to be, and the less in flow, the less energized, the less creative you're going to be when you're actually focused on things that are really important for your business. So when you tell somebody, I can't, I have a meeting, I want you to look at that time as either a time to recharge, You can take a nap. You can take a nap. 45-minute nap, by the way, is shown to be the most scientifically optimal nap time during the day to recharge and reboot you. You can also go and stretch, do some yoga. You can go ground outside, kick your shoes off, walk barefoot on the earth. And you can also take it as a time to, if you're feeling really creative and activated, but you just don't want to go do that event, decide that you're going to make this time count for your business. Pick something that's going to move the needle in your business. Spend that hour doing that one thing so that you can feel super good after that hour that you've chosen to take for your me time, your meeting to yourself. So you'll notice as you put these 5 self-love practices into implementation in your daily life, in your business life, you will see direct results immediately, not only in your personal energy field, your own productivity, but in the productivity as your business as a whole. I would love for you to drop a comment below and let me know which one of these practices you are going to be implementing right away, because when you tell me what you love to hear and what really resonates with you, I know what else to teach on in my next videos. So if you're really struggling with self-confidence and you'd like to break through to new levels of really productive activation in your life, I have a brand new program I'd love to see you in. It's called Worthy. Make sure you click the link below to get all the details on how to amplify your gifts and activate yourself on a brand new level.